Hey guys, it's Technology Freak, and I am going to talk about. I just made a post a little while ago.
11:32 p.m. Speech off.
It's my. Anyway, I'm going to talk about a new recorder that came out in January of this year. That, while it may be out on Amazon, I don't think I'm going to be able to get it at this time. But I plan to get it though. Apparently, it runs on two AAA batteries. Has only a micro SD card for storage. I wonder what other devices I know have micro SD cards. Oh yeah, that Braille display with an 8 GB micro SD card that I don't even use anymore. I wonder if it would be possible if I could use that micro SD card with the recorder. And again, why? I don't even know if I even should. I should probably get, if I were to get it, I'd have to get a micro SD card with at least 64 gigabytes of internal storage. I mean, not internal, I'm sorry. For years, I've had voice recorders with 4 gigabytes of storage. 2 or 4. Voice recorders have always had limited amounts of internal storage. Luckily, with the Zoom H1 Essential, Zoom H4 Essential, and Zoom H6 Essential, the micro SD card capacity can go up to 1 terabyte. And no, you cannot. I mean, you can upgrade the SD card by putting a new one in. Oh man. You can upgrade the amount of storage by putting a larger sized or a micro SD card of a larger capacity. Well, smallest micro SD card or capacity is probably 4 gigabytes. Those are very cheap. You can find them for maybe $8 to $10. Yeah, maybe a 64 would probably be around $20, $30, 30 or 40. So I would be spending, if I were to get that, if I were to get the Zoom H1 Essential, it would end up costing around, the cost would end up being around $129 to $130. For a voice recorder that has accessibility out of the box, and the true fact is that it actually, when you turn it on, because I've heard a video, someone actually did a video of it, not a blind person, but someone actually did a video, and when voice guidance comes on, and yes, I think they call it voice guidance. Oh man, everything is voice guidance now. But when it's on, it has one speed. I don't know about volume, but there's no customization with the voice guidance at all. And if you're fond of slow speeds, yeah, you're good to go. However, if you're a very fast screen reader user like myself, I'm kind of moderate when it comes to screen reader usage. How fast I want the speech to go. But if you ever heard me on Windows with Eloquence, you'll know that I'm real fast with that. But this doesn't come with Eloquence. This does not come with any speech synthesizer that you would realize or that you would know about. It comes with what sounds like one of the Azure voices, Microsoft Aria. It sounds like it. You know how I said that the Ultranex had a female Microsoft voice that sounded like Zero? Well, this may be the same. This may be the same case because, according to what someone said in in the video, there was, I think it's just an up and down arrow pad, no up, down, left, and right. The layout would be kind of weird for me to, I mean, because I've never had a Zoom product before, never, ever had anything from Zoom at all. And no, it's not about the accessibility. I just never was familiar with Zoom recorders. And it's not the same Zoom like the video conferencing thing. It's a whole nother company. But the Zoom H1 Essential is one of those voice recorders that I thought that the days of accessible voice recorders were over. But, nope, not quite. At least not yet. They are planning to update the firmware. This is one of those ones where you have to update the firmware. The updating process, according to, I believe Jonathan Mosen did a podcast with one of the staff at Zoom, and they basically said that the update process might, or it could be completely accessible. Now the thing is, they like for their first time with the voice recorder with built-in accessibility, they spent 25% of their time developing accessibility for it. And the fact that they spent time, at least 1/4 of their time with accessibility on those essential recorders. It's a brand new chapter in the Zoom recorder landscape. Sony has never had voice guidance. Olympus has, and I think they stopped. Zoom just started. The closest that they had to that before the Essential line is the R20, I think. Where they tried to have accessibility with the iOS device. Now I could try and get that recorder, but what's the point? As long as it's got built-in accessibility, I don't care. Literally, when I look at the Olympus recorder, the way that was set up was you had to enter whether the batteries were alkaline or nickel metal hydride. Then you had to enter the time and date, or the date and time. No. Time and date. Then it was a matter of, do you want voice guidance on or off? That type of thing. But this apparently is different. What I'm talking about is different. The Zoom H1 Essential. I don't have it. Of course, I'm going to have to wait to get it. But the way that works is I think you select whether you want voice guidance on or off. Then you do time and date. Then you do the battery. And then once you get that set up, you're greeted with a no SD card message. And no, I am not. I mean, just because I'm blind doesn't mean that I can't pay attention to things. Well, that's not always true, but the fact that you can customize the amount of storage you have on that recorder is beyond me. Now, with normal digital voice recorders like the Olympus DM720 that I have, It's got 4 gigabytes of internal memory. Now, there is an 8 gigabyte model. There is one that's 8 gigabytes. Most voice recorders with internal storage have very limited uh, capabilities when it comes to the amount of storage you can have. But uh, the Zoom H1 Essential and the other two ones, the other two Essential recorders, they all talk. Everything is either vocalized or there's audio tones. One of the two. But the one good thing to know is that I could probably, and if I wanted to, I could probably take out the SD card. Well, I don't think this would be a good idea now, but I could take out the SD card, plug it into my computer, grab the recordings, and bada bing, bada boom, I just got them. And either that or I could just plug the recorder itself into the computer and just. Because the micro SD card is the storage. It literally is your storage. You don't get internal storage, which is fine. It's totally fine. As long as you know what you're doing. And, you know what I was going to do? I was going to buy that recorder thinking it had internal storage, but thank goodness I did some research. I listened to a video, and it said, it literally would show on the screen, no SD card. So that means you have to insert one and format it. And, yeah. So, yeah, I think you have to format the SD card. Which is fine by me. If I really had to. And, well, there goes that. And good thing that it actually has a rubber lid on it. That way you don't have to worry about it falling out or you're pressing on it on accident. That's what I was worried about. But nope, you don't have to worry about that. So apparently there are 4 ports on that thing. A micro SD card slot, a headphone jack, and a microphone line-in jack, and then a USB-C port. Finally, something with a USB-C. And since this is a brand new thing, when and if I get it, it's going to be relevant. The tutorials are going to be relevant because, one, I'm going to have to teach myself how to use the thing, and I'm going to have to memorize where the buttons are and how to navigate the menus and whatnot. And hopefully I'm going to have somebody help me memorize it. And I was kind of concerned because the packages, either it's the package or the recorder itself. Probably the package. The item dimensions, like the box, I think. See, I think it's the box. The recorder's probably about an inch or an inch and a half wide, about maybe close to 3 inches. But I would consider it the basic Zoom H recorder. I would consider it the basic essential recorder, the Plus Essential, and the Pro Essential. Because essentially, see what I did there? Essentially, it's literally, wait, what? Literally, they are the base model, Plus model, Pro model. You can think of it that way. It's essentially a basic, plus, and pro model, because essentially the essential is literally the essential of the essential. Wait, what? Okay, I'm making an endless pun here. Essentially, the essential recorders go in like from cheapest to most expensive, 100, 200, 300. That's all you need to know. I would not pay $300 for a Zoom H6 Essential. But I will see if I can pay at least $100 for a Zoom H1 Essential. Because essentially, all I would need, oh, there we go again. Essentially, what I would need is just another recorder. And no, I'm not really doing it for the accessibility, although it is nice. My mistake was paying $220 for the Altron XV12 Pro. That was the worst mistake. But this thing that I'm talking about, that thing that I'm talking about, I keep forgetting I don't have it in hand. Urgh. Anyway, the thing that I'm talking about is literally, essentially, a, I don't know. It's a thing. Okay. Anyways, I'm done. See you guys in the next video. Essentially, I will be seeing you later. I'm done.